man, you're in a privileged position right now. You're in a place to be.
With TKB, the Bushleague Sports Frens Fantasy Show.
When are we making them beats again?
Trenches. Come get some work on your free time. Nico Trenches, we train O-line and D-line. Getting sacks on quarterbacks, you know we live. When you kick at 45, keep your nose on his inside. You better punch something, keep your feet moving, dog. My 3 tech and 1 tech, they some real hoes. My DN 6'5", he ain't got no flaws. Good grades, good feet, man, he got it all. I said it crazy, he'll snatch something. Real aggressive jump, said he tryna grab something. If the old don't shoot their hands, you better jab some. You better stab some, bull then snatch some. From the youth to the pros, we get it in. If you ain't watching film, you ain't trying to win. If he close the beat gap, then you gotta spin. If you get around the edge, then you gotta bend. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at.
When are we making them beats
I'm
again?
in the trenches where the lineman at. Where the lineman at. Where the lineman at. D tackle, do your dance. D ends, do your dance. Centers, do your dance. Guards, do your dance. Tackle, do your dance. I'm in the trench where the lineman at. I'm in the trench where the lineman at.
For Don Cherry, Rock'em Sock'em Hockey.
Welcome to the league, Team Shredding Sassy.
It's the dog.
These Sasquatches will go head to head in one of the greatest fantasy tournaments known to man, while also competing and working together against other communities in the Web3 space to be deemed the greatest of them all. Can Team Sassy work together, get the stove off the field in time to kick things off? Will they be the greatest? Will they be the best? Everyone who enters will get access to the Bush League Media Project, as well as free fitness for the top contenders from my partner and legend, Joel Bam Bam Mills. Let's see you in the league.
Pro fitness, and let's go into the future healthy and together.
Show love on the real 5 bills, that's what it does. Boy, does she love the way that I rock on the microphone, cause I rock it this way. Make up, take up, break up, and shake up, take a fat puff from Dr. Bombay. If you feeling like a villain and you feeling hard.
Say, man, you're in a privileged position right now. You're in a place to be.
All right, everybody, and welcome to the second Bush League Frens Fantasy Football Draft. I'm stoked to be here with everybody tonight. Stoked to be here with my co-host Trav. He's going to be co-hosting the show with me all year, doing it with the Shredding Sassy community. We are stoked to be here. I'm going to bring Trav up right away. How are you doing tonight, my friend? Stoked to have you. Stoked to be here with you.
Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, man, happy to be here, man. Love the vibes you're throwing right now. Love that intro video. Caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for it, man. That was some fire, dude. Impressive.
Nice. No, that I spent a little bit of time setting that up. A lot of it prompted off of like images me and my brother made. Obviously, took like the sassy stuff I was harassing you about a little bit.
Sure.
And then used the Luna AI to do that. A lot of the imagery that I have here has been done by an artist, Suburban. She's done a lot of the art for most of it. But that AI stuff, something I played with myself, trying to learn it and play with it. So I kind of made that snowfield for Sassy. So hopefully it seemed kind of rad. I was like, I got to give them their own home field. You guys got to have your own place to play off of.
For sure, man. That really worked. And I do want to say shout out to Suburban. The art that she's been doing for this has been so cool. I love my pink Sassy art. Yeah, it's perfect. It couldn't be better. Got the TJ Watt jersey on. Man, I love it.
We got a few I got a couple different versions because obviously me and you are going to be doing a show on Thursday nights. We'll be giving a little bit of all kinds of, I think we'll get more into fantasy on Sundays if we're free to do that, but we'll have a nice sports show we're doing, going through some picks, breaking down a little bit of fantasy on Thursday nights and stuff. And so, yeah, it was really cool to get this all put together and stuff. And so obviously just one of the reasons I wanted one of the first drafts tonight to be with you and the Shredding Sassy community is because, we're going to have a fun year ahead of us doing the sports thing. And so stoked for you to be joining me doing this and having some fun. Obviously, you just want to come talk sports, and I got all these crazy fantasy ideas. So hopefully have a little bit of fun with it while we're doing it. And it should be a good time this year. But it's going to be fun kicking off with these drafts. And I know some of the Sassy community they were going to come join us. Some of them are a little busy. Things happen. People are all over the place. Some people might come and go. But I know once we pop the draft board up, they've been going in the chat back and forth a little bit. Everybody's sitting there ready and waiting and ready to go. So hopefully they're all watching. And if they are, thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate you guys just filling the league up and coming out in swarms to support the Frens Fantasy. Obviously, we're kind of test running it this year, but moving towards token gating for next year and stuff. And that's something obviously you can chat a little bit more about with you. But at the last draft with my buddies, a lot of them aren't really NFT people, right? So that's where fantasy will kind of bring them on board. But for you guys who understand NFT, it'll be fun to get into how that'll all function down the road and stuff too.
Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to the year of hosting the show with you. It was really funny how it came about. I had been on a show with you on your Bush League Media show last year, and we started talking hockey. And as my time in this space has progressed, I have met a lot of hockey fans, a lot of football fans, and it seems like in almost every space I'm in, some level of sports popped up. And I know I reached out to you and I said, hey, I really would like to do a space. Do you want to do a space? And you're like, holy cow, I have this huge plan right now and I want to make it happen. Do you want to be involved? And I was like, yeah, of course. I love the motivation. I love the drive, the passion, all that. And, I just want to talk sports. So yeah, happy to be here, man.
No, I'm stoked to do it because I was kind of like wanting to do it, wanting to set it up, and then a few things started to come together. Like the website's close to ready. I was hoping I'll have a coming soon page. I'll show you. Hopefully that'll be ready soon. But it all kind of started coming together. And then when you were like, I'll co-host the show, I'm like, I'm not going to pass up the opportunity. Let's go. Let's have some fun.
Sure.
Obviously, last year I was doing it. My buddy Dano came up a bit, and some of my friends who were at the last show came and helped. But it was always like sporadic. I was by myself a lot of days. So really pumped to have somebody who's committed to showing up with me and doing it all the time. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. It's going to be a good year. But I'm going to bring up the draft board here and we can kind of go through that a little bit and how that's all going to function here tonight.
Yeah, great, man. I think that can you see some comments on there? Do they
the Sassies are chatting. I can see everybody's in there buzzing. So
good.
We don't want to give away the link, but yeah, everybody's in there rolling. But so for everybody who doesn't know exactly what we got going on with the Bush League, I'll just pull up one little graphic I want to share. We might have a technical difficulty, but that's going to be part of presenting and unpresenting here. But I'll just show you guys a little something. But all these leagues we're going to draft in Sleeper, and where they're going to be going is everybody's going to be able to come and see where their community stands on a leaderboard. I have a few different things set up. If you can see them on the screen there with the two different images there. Sorry, we're technical difficulty in there. Now I lost them. Sorry, guys. We're going to have to just go like this for a second to get back to where we were. But what's going to happen is you're all going to be drafting your Sleeper League. When you're done drafting, every community's league is going to show up on my website. And I apologize, it's not ready yet. We're just working through the last bit of code. But your Shredding Sassy League is going to pop up in here. And all your community, they don't have to do anything, right? They can just come, play, do the normal league. You guys are going to crown a championship. We're going to give some prizes to everybody in your league and have a little fun. But at the same time, we're going to be taking everybody's total scores and combining them for Team Sasquatch, and obviously putting it in a leaderboard here where we're going to be ranking everybody's total points. And then everybody's also going to have the option here through Tribe Rewards. You're going to be able to go sign up as soon as we get the site live. You're going to be able to go in. We're going to be able to track any social interaction. So it's going to be a good way to promote, like when we promote Bush League and Shredding Sassy, or we pass something on through our account of Shredding Sassy. People are going to be able to share that, promote it, and use it as like I guess in a way, a promotional tool, and then get rewarded fab in the fantasy league, which I think is going to be a pretty cool way to, go through different things and interact the communities between. So basically everybody in the Sassy community, nothing that you need to do other than just play, right? And all that's going to kind of go, you're going to be able to go check it out, see what's happening, win some prizes, but same league, just like anything else. So really fun to kind of add that on. And then next year, ideally introduce token gating, right? Be able to come in with your Shredding Sassy token or your Bushleague token, verify, get into the league, right? And that's something that I think is going to be really cool. And then be able to set up these tournaments, schedule it ahead of time, maybe not have such a big rush like this, but at the same time, it's cool to get it all pieced together and have so many people interested in trying it out here.
Yeah, and I also want to shout out a couple Sassy members who did kind of back away. We were initially going to be a 14 team league, or I'm sorry, 14 team league. However, due to some technical issues, I don't know, well, maybe we'll call them technical. We had a couple of Sassy members volunteer to move to another league to support another community, and I'm really stoked about that. I'm glad that they, Sassies are givers, right? They're here for the greater good, trying to help out. So I want to shout out specifically Tilted Lines and Puff for taking one for the team, joining a new community, and hopefully winning a league over here under the Bushleague platform as well. So
I obviously thank you for showing that out, because obviously what I set out to originally do was bring 12 communities together, right? That was my goal. I was going to have 12, 14 team leagues. Some people were like, yeah, we're all in. Some communities, hem and hawed, or maybe take a little while to get approval or this or that. You kind of got to wait on things. You know how it goes. You're a community manager for a project as well. But with all that, they're just trying to get everything together. Some communities were able to fill leagues, some weren't. Obviously, Bushleague, Shredding Sassy, and Vayner Sports came out tenfold, as well as Alien Friends, obviously using their IP and all this. Filled the leagues right up, and so it kind of saddened me. Like, some of them got to 12, Shredding Sassy and as well as VSP got over. So same thing, I kind of had to ask them, hey, can we bring it down to 12? It's going to make me easier to fill the whole thing and make the tournament happen. And so really appreciate that, because the idea is I want every team to have the same amount of people, because then at least they're contributing to the same combined score. I know we talked about it like, hey, well, could we just maybe have the top 12 out of the team if we keep the 14 together? And to me, I've been managing, like I was saying in the other show, I think I did my first fantasy league when I was like 12, like with my dad, right? Drafting a hockey league with him and all his buddies and stuff. Cool. And then over time, like, always did hockey, and kind of probably in my mid 20s, but a little over 10 years ago, kind of got into doing football drafts and stuff like that. And one thing I found is just like everything is a factor, right? Like there is a kind of a science to fantasy and making the leagues work and function. And as soon as you do that, well, now you got 2 extra teams in the league. By just default, everybody's kind of drafting a tiny bit weaker team. So then those 12 people are just like, you're a lower score. So it's kind of cool how it all works. But really excited to get into that and see how it's all going to go tonight when we get into that.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Sorry, I was going to say, I think that we got some antsy people ready to jump into this draft. I think some guys want to get this fired up. How we looking?
Yeah, we can fire it up in a minute. So just for any other Sassies who haven't drafted before, what's going on is the 12 people, they all got their own team in here. So everybody's named their own team. They're going to come in as their username in the draft, but everybody's got their own squad, and they're going to go in and each be drafting their own team. So here's mine from the other league. You'll see everybody's going to be drafting a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, which is any one of those positions, and then they'll have a 6-person bench along with some IR there. So everybody will be putting those teams together, then able to go head-to-head weekly in different matchups and mark their standings. One thing I want the Sassy community to be aware of, something that we've kind of done ever since Sleeper came out, and again, the reason we're using Sleeper, one of the best apps on the market, absolutely love using it. But since this app came out, it's got basically every user option possible. One of the cool things that you can integrate is the league median scoring. So I'm sure you know, like, your average scoring, right, Trav? You play someone head-to-head. One person comes out with a win, one person comes out with a loss. So with league median, what's going to happen is every week, the top half of the league, so the top 6 scores, are going to get a second win for having a top score. And basically what the reason for that is you can't really play defense in fantasy. So you might have weeks where you got 220 points and you lose to the highest scoring guy because he's got 210, but there's people winning matches with 140. And sometimes that can be annoying. So this it just levels the playing field a bit, where you might have a week where you lose 210 to 205, you get a 0, but you're going to get a win maybe if you're in the top half, and you might come away 1-1. So people sometimes they see that first week and they're like, why is it 2? What's going on? And so I'm sure we'll have those questions, but we'll go over it again when it happens. But it's something that we find really keeps leagues super fair, because I've seen times where a guy has the second most points in the league and he doesn't make playoffs because it's just bad luck all year. And that's part of it. But at the same time, it's really cool to have the league median, because it just equalizes it, and it gives something else to play for. And again, right now, when we're supposed to be motivated to have the highest score possible to combine for your team, it just makes a lot of sense to, do it that way, right?
Yeah, man. So I've never heard of that before, and I've played Sleeper for a few years. I've never played that functionality. So that's really cool, man. Yeah, dude, I'm in. I'm always in to try something new. Let's go. Cool.
Well, I guess we're going to kick off the draft. We got Hog, who's going to be going first here. If you guys are ready to rock and roll, I'm all in.
So I don't see Hog live in the chat. So
should we give him a quick ping? Should we give him a second? You want to throw him one?
I don't know. I think we've been going for 20 minutes. I've been clear, and we've dropped some pings in the Discord. I can throw another one.
So I need someone to help me, like, on social media. I can't talk and tweet at the same time. I just hear it mumble and lose my train of thought. So
yeah. So a lot of them are now in the YouTube video or in the YouTube stream. So I recommend if you guys are in there, please share this out. Let everybody know we're in here. Tag Hog, harass him because he's about to auto draft number 1, and I don't know if he wants to take a quarterback first overall. I don't know. It's a risky game.
Are we going to fire it up then? And obviously, yeah, tag Shredding Sassy, tag Bushleague, share it out there, tag Sleeper app, and then share it all out. And any of you guys who are in the league, feel free. If you got the second, come on in. We'll bring you up on stage and we'll have a beer with you. I'll be cracking one here in a second, probably, and joining my man there. Maybe have a little fun on draft night here. But if you're ready to rock and roll, let's rock and roll.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. You guys ready in the
my DN 6'5", he ain't got no flaws.
Woo.
DN 6'5", he ain't got no flaws. Good grades, good feet.
We got a glitch. It's playing the wrong track when I press the button, but it's clearly named what it's supposed to be. But hey, that's why we're Bush League, baby. We don't always get it exactly right. It's almost like by default, like it's the greatest name I could have ever had for the company, because like I can just make it Bush League, whatever. Because that's what it comes down to. But we are on the clock. Let's go. If the right song would play, we'd be buzzing.
Good grades, good feet, man.
Keep on playing a little bit of Nico from the Death Row mixtape instead. Again, the tracks, some of the Snoop stuff you'll see that I play here and there, or some stuff we might use in the show, all NFT stuff, which is something I just really love, and I'm super stoked to integrate NFTs into all kinds of different membership stuff that we can do. Hog, he's going all the way. We're going to burn the whole first minute on the main man with the number 1 pick chilling. He's going to get Justin Jefferson. Unless he set his queue elsewhere, he's getting Justin Jefferson. It's going to give him the first pick, and that's what happened. So for anyone watching, if you haven't drafted before, if this clock runs out, it's going to give him the best available player on the board, unless he's gone and set his queue by putting someone over in the side there. Otherwise, in 1 second, he's probably going to get... He had a queue set. He got McCaffrey, buddy. He was set. He was prepared. Even though he wasn't here, he was prepared. I don't know if it was the right move, but he got it done.
No, I like that move. I drafted already once this year. I got him number 4 overall, McCaffrey, so I was stoked about that. Dude, I got to watch my draft. Ooh, I like this angle. I like this view. This is good.
This one's nice when there's people underneath. I like how our jerseys lined up. I switched us so that we would line up with jerseys.
Dude, I'm rocking the old school Pulamalu jersey right now, man.
You basically like it, or just wait, which way? No, this way. Like it's your show now. Like you own the show, I guess.
Oh, dude, yeah, for sure. I like it, man. I got to keep an eye on this draft because I'm having a hard time seeing that. So I got to look here. Dude, Jamar Chase still sitting pretty. Sickles, you better take him, man.
We got through 4 picks.
1, 2, 3 into the 4.
moving along here, baby.
I like that.
Hey. Look, I'm between the little friends. I'm chilling.
What did Jacoby say? Oof, rookie RB, 5th overall. Who took that? Oh,
Bijan Robinson. I mean, everybody's real high on him this year.
Yeah.
See, you know what's different about this show too for me is this is the first one. So the first 2 streams I've done, I've been drafting, right? So like that first one I tried to do from Discord, it was impossible because I had to switch back and forth to draft. I might actually have to retry that when I'm not drafting. But this is the first one where I get to sit back, kick back, and just kind of navigate. So again, if any of you sassies are watching, come on up.
All right, so it looks like Krypton's probably not here either. So let's see what happens with Krypton. And I don't know if Snackroll's here either. That's gonna suck, man. I know.
It'll give a good squad.
Oh yeah.
And it puts him to auto too, so it'll move it quicker.
Come on.
You know, if they're not around, that's the way she goes. Chase is an
yeah, for sure.
Pick.
So I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna assume that this next one's gonna be auto drafted as well, and I'm a little bummed because I really wanted to take Kelsey at number 9. Man, I was hoping that he'd still be available. I was gonna go tight end first round. Man, I prepped for this. I was going Kelsey. I was hoping he was still gonna be there.
Yeah, he might. Like, who knows? But you never know. Maybe he clicked a couple buttons at some point.
Oh man.
But that's it. I mean, it's a good pick to have. Basically, what I get to do now is I get to kind of help you pick a little. I get to hang out with you.
Oh man, yeah. Let's talk about it.
I mean, obviously, if Kelsey goes to you, and that's who you're thinking, there's never a doubt about it, right? I was saying in the other draft, Kelsey, Kittle, Andrews, those are your top 3 wide rights. My apologies.
Yeah, but
is it going yellow? Oh, Joe Burrow is in the queue in round 1. Oh, I gotta exit stage right.
Boom, boom. Thank you.
What I've seen. Oh my Lord.
Dude, I was looking at Joe Burrow. I was looking at Joe Burrow round 3. He was my QB. I wanted to grab it around 3. So we'll see how it goes.
Bushleague right there. Like
good pick, dude. So I got Kelsey, man. I'm feeling it. You know, with Kittle.
Awesome. I mean that's you can never go wrong. Like I said, like I took Andrews in the last draft. I had the first pick, so I took Andrews at the end of the second round, and then I was not even 3 minutes after I was like beaking people for taking quarterbacks in round 1 and 2, saying like that's way too early. I picked Andrews, and then Lamar Jackson was staring at me, and I was like, oh man, like I'm literally gonna flop on my own word 2.5 minutes left on the air, and I took Lamar, so I ended up with that. But like tight ends are. I found it's an absolute crapshoot. People are like, oh, who cares? You can plug whoever in there. Yeah, you can plug whoever in there because they're all going to kind of be curveball sucks unless you have those top 3 guys.
Exactly. But Kittle is an injury prone, man. I'm worried about Kittle for injury, so I think Kelsey's the way to go here. But you know, Kittle's going to be around. DK made a mistake. Yeah, Saquon Barkley. I don't know. Injuries with Saquon as well kind of makes me nervous for sure.
Did he make a mistake? Is he's in the chat?
Yeah, he's in the chat. I need to pull up the chat on a different thing, but I'm on my phone as well. So let's see what happens here. I'm interesting. So is Rancho going to go 2? Oh, he went 2 wide receivers. You know, I'm feeling good about Kelsey. I'm going to go running back here. Last year I had Derrick Henry. He put up some numbers for me. Is he too old? I don't think so. I think Derrick Henry's. Go ahead, tell me.
I would go. I would take him. I mean, personally, I think he's a top guy. Like I literally said in the last draft, if I didn't have first pick, taking Justin Jefferson, there's a chance I might have taken Derrick Henry first overall. Like you always get that. Like a guy gets hurt, doesn't play. Okay, stock go down. But like Henry's such an animal. I mean, it could happen, right? But if it doesn't happen, he is the best running back in the league. Like people taking Bijan Robinson ahead of Henry to me is crazy. I mean, it's Derrick Henry. Like the guy, it's Derrick Henry. I don't know what else to say.
So we got to throw out Sickles here. Sickles, you and I know Sickles really well, just from I know him from Shredding Sassy.
What?
I know.
What?
So
No, I didn't see it.
you got to like Sickles, man. I love you. You got your connection to Seattle, man. It's bringing you down, buddy. It's bringing you down. This is fantasy, baby. It's not your home team, man.
Sickles. Seattle was nothing without Russ Wilson, man. That's why I got the Russ Wilson helmet.
Yeah,
that is maybe more Bush League than Burrow in the first, and I didn't even think you could do that. How?
And I don't know if I mean,
I love you, Gino. Oh no, not there.
So, man, I need to pull up the chat on another window here. Let me see if I can get.
I need a beer after seeing that.
Can I have Sleeper running on my phone and on my machine at the same time?
Yes, you can, because I discovered when I drafted with the boys the other night. While I was drafting with them, if I pull this up, as you can see while I'm live streaming right now, if I pull up this and even hover over a player or do anything, everybody can see what I'm doing, right? So I was like, okay, I'll leave the draft board up and I'll go on my phone and do it. And as I was adding players on my phone, they were just popping up on the computer anyway. So you can 100% do it, which is, again, pretty cool feature. Like with Sleeper, you can, it doesn't kick you out of the draft room. I know ESPN, it's going to boot you out.
It does. NFL does too. NFL does too. Yeah, it's a little frustrating.
But yeah, so I guess at the end of the day, it's those ones you get one or the other. This one you get both, but they interact. So you can't really complain. It is what it is, but definitely you can use it both. But it was kind of funny. I went and I clicked it. I'm like, okay, I'll highlight a guy on my phone, and it just pops up on the screen. I'm like, oh, well, never mind.
Now I got to guess what my Sleeper username and password is. This is going to be fun.
Oh, I hate doing that. I can see one thing we've learned at Bush League. I know how to manipulate the screen, right? So I can just carry the show. You can run away and find your password or whatever you got to do. I'm the worst knowing
I don't write that thing down. I know that there's 17 different variations, and I try them all, or I lock myself out. That's the move.
I respect it like a ton. I respect it like an actual ton, actually.
What is that ding? What's happening? Are we feeling good?
Someone's texting me, and I wish they wouldn't be right now, but everybody's texting me.
Oh, okay. I'm on the clock. Hold on. What's happening here? Oh, Goddard. Okay.
Actually, I should say I wish they wouldn't. There'll be a day where I wish people would text me. So thanks, whoever's texting me. Shouts to you.
All right. Okay. So I don't have a receiver right now. Top receiver on the table is Waddle. I mean,
Taylor, I would like one of the other receivers myself more, like a DK or a Debo probably, or I would just stack up a running back if there's something.
Yeah, I think I'm going running back here. Taylor doesn't have a lot out of the backfield. 34 catches last season, 9 rushing TDs. 9 rushing TDs, I'll take that. 2 receiving TDs. Let's go. I'm drafting him.
Hopefully he's hurt right now, so hopefully he gets back buzzing. I'm not sure what he's got going on. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be playing too.
Oh, hey, did you see Trey Lance to?
Yeah, he's backing up Dak in Dallas.
Yeah,
Sassy home squad. Shouts to Sassy in Dallas.
Well, what's interesting is that at the end of last year, I mean, Purdy won that starting job. Because Trey was San Francisco's he was their bread and butter. He was going to be their next QP, and then Brock Purdy comes in and says, "Nuh-uh, man, I'm the number 1 in San Francisco," and it's going to be a big year for Brock Purdy.
Nice, yeah, no, I'm with it. Ooh, I like this with the little sassy guy in the background, like that little sassy that we gave him the Dallas Cowboys vibe going into it. The same thing, made that with AI, kind of cool to set that up. So shouts to Luna AI, Roberto over at MV3. Kind of a cool tool that I've learned how to use because they say you got to stay ahead of the game. So this has been pretty helpful to make that because my brother right now is obviously working on all the art for the passes for our Bush League Media Pass. I'll show maybe some of that a little later on, but we've been working on that art and all the different 3D traits and stuff for like a year and a half. And so didn't really want to sidetrack my brother on this project, but really wanted to get this going. And so with Suburban helping me make some of that other stuff, and then me doing everything else with AI, making all the team images, making all the fields, making all the stuff, just to have a little bit of fun and something to play with all year on socials. Pretty cool, pretty interactive tool. So I'm stoked to have been able to kind of make that thing and set it up.
All right, let's see what Rancho does here. He really needs a running back. I won't waddle Rancho, so don't touch him. There we go. Thank you, sir. I'll take him. You know, Waddle behind Tyreek in Miami. I still like Waddle to be a number one receiver anywhere else in the NFL. He's a beast. You know what I mean? So stoked to get Waddle as my first receiver today.
Okay, I mean, it's nice that he came all the way back to you in the turn coming around too. Yeah. When you were thinking about taking him last time. So it's always nice when you can get the same guy on the way back. And it's extra nice when you can do it while you're live on the air and all your buddies are just out there to probably take your pick from you and listen to you.
Yeah. So, like, again, we talked about it earlier that, you know, Sassies are good people, right? So Rancho was probably like, you know, I'd really like Waddle, but, you know, sleeps on the internet right now talking, and I'm going to give it to him. You know, I'm going to give to him that glory. So, hey, Rancho, shout out to you. Thank you for that, man.
Or just like he's a good player, and judging by Geno Smith going in the second round, who knows what's going on out there. And they were just like, let's dodge this good player at all costs and take some.
I don't know. So Sickles is going heavy Seattle. And, dude, I like the Austin Eckler first-round pick. Solid first-round pick, man. Receptions out of the backfield, great runner, great pick, man. But
this run right here.
Yeah, man. But he's going Geno and DK. You know, that's a connection. If they hit a bunch of TDs this year, Sickles is going to be popping off.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Obviously, Tyler Lockett's still there. Metcalf, to me, he's the whole. Man, my draft had two guys on the 11-12 turn auto draft, and we got two on the 1-2 over here, ripping back and forth. Debo, Moore, Judy on a quick rip around the corner. Those are some good picks. I'm still not caught up yet, but yeah, obviously Lockett's there. They got Jackson Smith Najiba too. That's going to be a good young guy. But Metcalf is an absolute specimen. Like, what a legend. But I'm still trying to catch up on going over here right after you got Jonathan Taylor on the quick 1-2-3 Lamar Jackson, Herbert Fields. I had taken Jackson at 3-1 right here. So interesting to see him going. Yeah. I guess crazy to see he shouldn't have gone here because Burrows and Geno Smith have gone. So it doesn't necessarily make sense. In theory, he would have been gone over here somewhere if people were drafting like sane human beings. But it's still crazy to see that nice round of quarterbacks over there.
But it makes it fun, man. It makes it fun.
It's way different. I wouldn't see that in the league with my buddies. Like, so it's kind of cool. What the kicker? Oh my God! Even the app calls him out on it. Oh, that is Bushleague. What is that? That's 3 in 5 rounds, Bushleague. Let's go, Sassy Squad. Love to see it. You guys are just like, whatever. Like, I don't even know what just happened there. I have no words. I love it. Who is that? Oh. Rep Bandito. That is the most Bushleague pick. I'm calling it right now. That is going to be the most Bushleague pick in this whole tournament. I don't think anybody can do it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, let's see. Who needs a QB still? So we had Snack Roll's already taken 2 QBs. Hog needs a QB. HT needs a QB. I got room for QBs later. Let's go receiver. Man.
There's a lot of guys to pick from. What you got 30 seconds. If you're eyeballing a receiver, Drake, you got Godwin, Ayuk. There's a lot of good names to pick from right there.
Yeah, probably Godwin, right?
I mean, yeah, that's him and Evans.
Yeah.
Back.
Who's their QB?
They don't really have anybody. Don't they got Trask this year? Isn't that who's running it for him? Has he gotten a call up? Baker Mayfield, obviously.
Yeah.
It was, with Baker, take him. I don't know why I called him, but
I'm liking Purdy this year. I'm going Ayuk.
I mean, Ayuk, I think, is a beauty. I have him in my dynasty league. Absolute stud. I'm going to take the helmet off, but I had to throw that on. The rule for the helmet is once Russ Wilson gets picked, then I'll wear him until I'm done drafting. I just realized I made that rule, and I'm not in all the other drafts. So I guess if someone picks Russ Wilson, I'll just wear it again for however long I feel like it, because I make the rules, especially. But I guess I only make the rules on the show. That's about it. But at least
hey, so is Jacoby going to steal Godwin from DK? DK, his team name's Champa Bay. If that gives anything away on who he's pulling for this NFL season.
I said if anybody takes Tom Brady, like I'll give them free fab. Oh, there he got him.
He got him for sure.
Nice. He probably heard you.
What are we thinking about Tua this year? Over under how many concussions?
I don't know. Like, I mean, it was obviously sad to see that happen last year and get
sad.
But I want to see him be good. Like, I mean, again, I drafted him in Dynasty League. I traded him to Maddie in the last draft. Belcher boy, I traded him off to him in our Dynasty League, and he's got so much talent. And now they got obviously Tyreek Hill kicking there. Like, you would love to see it happen.
And Waddle. I mean, last year he must have put up some numbers last year, did he not? Let me look. 30 pass TD, 2 rush TDs, 11 interceptions. Not great, but
is this thing annoying or not?
It's not annoying at all. There's like a thudding sound every once in a while. I don't know if it's like your feet or you hitting the desk. There's a little thud there, but it's not. I mean,
yeah, I just wasn't sure if that light was annoying. I'm trying to dial in over here.
No, you're doing great, man.
Yeah, big shouts to Sassing community. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of you is out here, and obviously, I'm just stoked for you to have them come here. I know some of the people are like, "Oh, I thought it was Sassy only league, and what's the Bush League about?" And it's been cool to kind of teach the people about it, because it's definitely like it's a Sassy league. It's something I want to be for you guys, for your community to be able to have fun, interact, and I know again I thank you for shouting out Puffer and Tilted that switched over and helped me facilitate the tournament. It just means so much that they did that. I know Puffer was bugging me today. She's like, the draft, we haven't sent the thing yet, because I'm like, I got to get this one going, and probably tonight at midnight I'll be setting that one up and getting it all ready to go for the next couple of days. Dude. But obviously wanted it to be something where you guys can all play, have some fun. I'm going to make sure that everyone in your draft in the community here gets free access to my project. We'll be doing kind of a free mint that's going to kind of be a special token. It's going to kind of unlock a lot of things through what we're doing with our project. And so wanted to make sure that it's your pick. I'll shut up for a second. I'll let you do your thing. We got to dial in here.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Which way are you going?
I feel like I have to go receiver, but I'm considering another running back.
I mean, I feel like receiver goes a little deep this year, personally, myself. Just depends if there's someone that's, looking good to you, like Sanders or Swift or even Kamara and Akers. There's a lot of good guys there. I feel like I shut up and let you do it. Yeah, Kamara's a good pick. Like, he's obviously just sitting there chilling. Again, people are skeptical of him, but he had a down year. But look at the names behind him. There's nobody there but Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams will steal some TDs. But if Kamara can go back to being Kamara, and again, let's just take one more peek at it. 28, yeah, he's getting up there. He's not super young, but he's 8 years younger than me. But if he can do his Kamara thing, that's a great pick in the 6th round, whatever it is. And again, shots asleep, running smooth as butter. Love it.
Yeah, this is fun, man. This is fun. I love this kind of live action integration thing. Oh my gosh. So look at Hog right now, really hoarding the receivers and the running backs. I think he's got, what does he got? 3 each?
Just stacking them up, eh?
He's got 4 receivers. Dude, trade bait all day, man. which is great. Let's see who. All right. Who grabbed? Dak went. Trevor Lawrence. Okay, Kryptone grabbed him. What are we thinking about Deshaun Watson? You know, coming back after his thing. You know,
I think he's a top 5-6 guy, but new team hasn't really done much with the new team because he came back, played a few games last year. I was actually bummed secretly that he played a few games last year because I'd made a trade in Dynasty 2 years ago, and the deal was if he didn't play for 2 years, I got a pick. I'm drawing a blank on the name, but the compensation pick 2 years later, and he played like 4 games. So, but I mean, I think if he plays like he should play, he's a top 10 guy.
Hey,
top 5.
Let me jump in real quick here. Lockett is right now sitting at the second. Did he pick him? Who did he pick?
No, Tucker. Someone took another kicker. It's just insanity out in the Sassy field here. So if I'm looking at you, it depends. If these guys weren't listening to us right now, what I would say without a question is to take, personally, would be to take Lockett if you're thinking about it. Because if you look to your right, all 3 guys have a quarterback. So the chances they're taking Deshaun is probably pretty slim. I think you get away with getting them both. Otherwise, I would probably go to Sean to not lose him because I think you kind of end up. I guess you still have 1 or 2 other guys that I trust, but
it's slim pickings after that. In my other league, I waited quite a while, and I ended up getting who did I grab?
You making the pick? You got 4.
Oh shoot, it's me. Oh shit!
Come on.
Sorry. Did I get it?
You got Lockett.
I didn't realize it was my pick. I'm like talking, thinking. Oh man. Whew.
That's funny. I'm like, wait a minute. Does he know?
I didn't. I thought like, oh man. Whew.
I saved you.
Thank you. You're like, you gonna pick? Oh boy. I need to just kind of get my bearings here.
Man, try drafting and doing the show and managing the stage. And it has been hard. This one's nice and calm for me. I'm loving it. I need a beer sponsor.
What the?
I don't even drink much. I'm not drinking for the draft. Gotta love it a little. See, now that panned out because I was gonna say it before I had to switch gears and try to remind you that you were in the middle of a draft. But I was gonna say, like, if you didn't take Lockett there and you were going Watson, there's a couple good guys, and Mike Evans would be someone who, like, if you missed out on Lockett, it'd take coming around, but he just disappeared. So probably a good thing you locked in Lockett because those are the 2 guys I was kind of looking at there was Lockett and Evans. And why is everybody taking a kicker? I don't even know what's going on anymore.
He said he hit auto pick or auto draft, and it, the system, I guess, thought he needed a kicker. Is that maybe?
No way. I don't believe it. Really?
That's what he said. Pull up the chat comments real quick. See what he said.
I believe it. That's Bush League, baby.
Man, I'm trying to like stay looking in the camera, stay happy, but James Conner, okay, got that third RB. I like it. Okay, here we go. Dude, I'm feeling real good about my team right now, guys.
Oh, I see pictures of myself in the Discord. Is the screen changed or is it doing the draft proper? Is everything still the same? It's just me and you in the draft. I can't see the screen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, in what Discord here?
No, I was chatting in my Discord in the sports thing. One of the boys posted a picture of me.
Who got what this time?
Oh, there's some action. The Bush League Discord's seeing some action for the. We're buzzing finally. And obviously, for those that don't know, Discord is obviously a pretty cool place to interact with communities, do a bunch of stuff. Shredding Sassy, you guys got a Discord of your own. You can go in there and hang out, chat with each other, get to know a few people in the community. I know you're chatting with Bob Burnquist on Tuesday. That was pretty rad. You got to meet him, and it's just cool to see people like that surfing around your Discord. Mine's small. There's only 106 people. I'm not cool like you guys yet, but we'll get there. But pretty cool place to interact and just hang out with people. Like it's fun.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, that whole Bob Burnquist thing was really, really great. It's something that Shredding Sassy founders are really diving deep into the action sports world. Ollie Hill has lots of connections, and just the community has connections, right? Connecting with Bob Burnquist was due to the community. A community member, PLA, had connections with Bob, hooked him up with Sassy, the founders, and now, hey, he's an ambassador for us. Gonna do that Shred It, and all proceeds from that are gonna split between his foundation and a foundation in Switzerland for the skate event that we're having over there on the first week of September.
Nice.
So just really excited about it, man. Really excited in that space. Bob is somebody I watched in the X Games as a kid, right? It's somebody I never thought I would, get to interview or just even have a conversation with in a group setting. It was just a great experience. And the guy's super knowledgeable about Web3, obviously the most knowledgeable.
To talk about like Tezos and stuff like that. I was like, oh, he knows this.
Yeah. I mean, just a great experience. And oh shoot, I'm up.
You're up, baby. You're up.
Stand by.
So now, what you got rolling? You got your guy Watson. We didn't even talk. We've been chatting. I missed a whole 2 rounds. Someone picked up. What? Oh my God. Oh man, I can't believe what I've missed. Oh boy, there's some Bush League picks going on here. But yeah, you got your guy Watson. That's wild. I think you're going to need probably a running back. There's a few real good guys just chilling around.
Yeah, Dylan's not a bad pick. I don't know, man. I might go receiver. How are my bye weeks? 13. I got a couple 13s.
You know what? I wasn't really paying attention to bye weeks that much yet, but no, I think you're looking good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go receiver again. I'm gonna stack up. I'm gonna go Addison. So I wanted to talk to you about a strategy that I heard regarding bye weeks. I heard one strategy was lump your bye weeks all together. So only 1 week a year you bring a shit squad. You know what I mean? So you can count that 1 week as your L on your calendar for the year. After that, you're smooth sailing. And what's your perspective of that?
I mean, for myself personally, it's an option, right? You kind of abandon that week a little bit. It depends how many you have. Like, so you do too much, all of a sudden you don't have enough bench room to do it, and you can't even drop some of your guys. You got to start a guy on bye week or something. People get a little too crazy with that idea sometimes and push it. They got all of a sudden 7 guys, say bye week, literally can't roster a team now because you can't drop one of those guys. Personally, for myself, I just make sure I don't get into that situation, and I don't care. I draft the best possible team, and then I deal with it as it comes. I try to be aggressive and good on the waiver wire as I move, and I try to win every week. I try to draft the best team, and I used to be really cautious of it, but I just kind of let it go to the wind lately, and I just make sure that like I said, don't get in that one situation where I'm too much one way, and I find I can just manage it. Usually, I like to think my bench is better than most people's teams, so we're good. Let's go.
There you go, dude. I'm feeling good about this draft, and I think this is fun. I hope that there's multiple people in this draft that this is their first time doing fantasy football, and I hope that they get into the sport. Maybe they're not into the sport now, and they get into it and they start having fun and joking around with us. And it's all good. It is all fun, man. It's all love. Let's have some fun, and we're gonna learn. And then next year you're gonna come in and you're gonna do even better. Am I up again?
Are you? I don't know. We're just having a good time. You're one pick up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I would like to, fill leagues every year, be able to draft a bunch of these. I'd love to do. Maybe we'll fill 20 or 30 or 40 next year. We'll get her filled up. We'll do a whole bunch because obviously where I want to take this, like right now, it was a thing like a bunch of you communities helping out, kind of helping me kickstart this and get it going and get the idea out there. And what I'm going to do, like I was saying a little earlier, is I'm going to make sure everybody in this whole tournament gets one of our tokens to what we're doing. And that's also going to come with a free fitness membership, which is kind of an intro to what we're all kind of creating and bringing along. And what that's going to give is everybody's then going to be able to get into the Frens Fantasy League for 2 more years after that. So I'm going to have the option of probably a tournament like this, but also just there'll be a straight sign up where as many people as they want can come, and I'll be able to figure it out, right? I'll also be able to do stuff for other communities. Like maybe I'll be able to host tournaments for Sassy. Maybe you guys, we can set up a sign up, and now let's say 30 Sassy sign up. Okay, well then we'll make 3 10-team leagues, because this was really hard to try and preset it. But if I can do stuff where open, let's see how many people sign up. Here's the end date for sign up, and build a tournament that fits the signups. That's going to be the model that's smart, and that'll be made easier through token gating, right? And then say the Frens Fantasy Tournament, I can just set it up where you come in if you have a Bushleague token and a Sassy token and verify that you can get in. And once it's full, it's full, and do things like that, right? And just be able to then set these drafts up, eventually figure out how to do it through Discord and just really have a lot of fun. And I think it's a cool way. And then, like I say, through that fab system where people are picking and doing their thing, on socials and promoting Shredding Sassy, like say, talking about the league, promoting some different graphics, or maybe you guys got a promotion going and okay, we'll tweet about it at Bush League, and now they get points and rewards for promoting what you're doing. I think there's almost a good consumer business model there, because people are motivated to share it because they're getting rewarded something in the league that helps them win prizes. And for the brand, I've always thought one of the big things with NFTs is, as a token holder, to make it really function, you have to do your part to promote the brand. If they can then grow and become bigger, more profitable, and ideally even spend less money on marketing because their community is doing it for them, they can grow and reward and give back to their community, right? And that's something that I know you guys are already doing. You got so many partnerships, and it's really cool to see what's going on at Sassy, because like my goal is to create like Bush League. The idea of Bush League and all the traits and stuff that people will be able to go through once we get the site and everything up is like being able to use the metadata and give certain discounts to different businesses, different places, different projects. And that's something you guys have already kind of integrated. Obviously, I do most of this myself with my little brother. It's taken me a year and a half to get to this point, but it's cool to see like project, even if they are blowing by me in something that I wanted to create a while back and kind of pioneer, where now I'm seeing everybody around me already doing it. At the same time, it's cool to learn from it and take the experience in, right? You can't pout about it. You got to go, this is awesome. I get to learn from it. And as being a consumer in the space who's probably lost a lot of money like some people, but also got to see what works, what doesn't, and truly understand what I enjoy. And that's the communities and the tokens that give a value to something I already enjoy. And so for you guys, like, that's why I'm in the Shredding Sassy community. I love snowboarding. I love what you guys are doing and giving discounts and access to those exact type of things. Who'd you snipe? Komet, you took another tight end. Hey, you're going on the young rookie.
Well, I feel good about this draft, right? You have a deep bench, and I'm feeling good about my receiver picks. I'm feeling good about, I'm not going to take another QB. I'm going to let it sit, and we'll see what happens. Maybe, again, a deep bench. Maybe I grab one in the final round. We'll see who's sitting around still. I figure
6 is deep. I don't think 6 is that deep. I think that's kind of average.
Yeah, maybe it is. I don't even remember. I'm going to be honest. I don't even
like almost not. I like having more. I like.
Yeah. And then you have the 2 IR spots as well. That's my first time in a league that has 2 IR spots, so that's pretty cool.
You know what? That's something that came into. I mean, we were up to like 3 or 4 at one point during the COVID stuff, and so then it's sometimes easier to have 2, especially with like so many guys that go like questionable and stuff like that, and then you can at least put them out and set your lineup, and it's sometimes helpful for sure.
I'm getting ready.
See who you guys' mascot here. Dak, sassy mascot. So when you, honestly, one of you guys over there is a big Dallas fan. That's why we end up with Dallas. I know obviously you're a Pittsburgh fan, but we went with Dallas for the sassy theme on the renders. We got a big fan over there, do we?
We did. Who picked
McPherson? Now that should have been like the second kicker off the.
I don't know. Last year I had him in one of my leagues, and he wasn't knock your socks off kicker. You know what I mean? He struggled, whereas the year prior he crushed it. Right? The year prior he was the one that was in the NFC Championship game saying we're going to the Super Bowl before he kicked the game-winning field goal. Right? Was that it, or was it the series before that?
I can't remember which one. He did good both years, though. He was. Oh no, that's weekly. Gotcha. Where's the total? I don't know where it is. But yeah, no, I can't. I do think he had a bit of a down year last year, though. You're right. I just like his name, McPherson. I love it.
Yeah. No, but he, again, 2 years ago, I don't think he missed he definitely didn't miss an extra point. Was pretty solid on all field goals. So, all right, I'm gonna go. We are in the 12th round. I will go kicker as well.
Ooh, you're biting most. Yeah, I always take kicker last because I give a care. That's the one position I just don't care.
But no, you got to look at the team, right? You got to look at is Buffalo going to put up a lot of points this year? Are they going to get in red zone opportunities? Yeah, they are. They're going to put up a lot of points, just like Cincy. Is Cincy going to put up a lot of points? Hell yeah, they are. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess the reason I say that is going back to a little bit leaning on that strategy you're talking about with like the. What were we? I lost my train of thought. My apologies.
No, you're good, man.
But what were we chatting about a few minutes back with?
I don't know. You're right. I don't know how you managed the StreamYard and spoke, because I can't even talk and try to draft at the same time. I completely forget what we've talked about this whole time.
But yeah, no. You were talking about a strategy a little earlier.
Well, the strategy I was talking about was the bye week strategy, right?
So exactly. Thank you for the refresh. I was having a Friday moment. But going back to that strategy where I try not to really care about my bye week and then I manage it when it happens. One of the keys for me to that functioning is just being able to throw away my kicker and defense potentially. And at any whim, to be able to make it work. So for that reason, I then don't invest early in them. I keep trying to stack my bench up, because then I can try to have, like I said, go back to having the best possible team. And when it comes down to bye week for the kicker, he's just gone, and I grab a different guy. And if I get him back, cool. But that allows me to. I feel like it allows me to keep a better team.
Yeah. No, I definitely like that strategy. I think when you get down this far, where the receivers you're drafting are the third and fourth overall receivers for the team, it's a little hit and miss. Some people are going to get some really good picks. Some people are going to have some breakout years, and then some aren't, right? Some are going to fall to the wayside, and it may be a waste of a pick. So, dude, all the different strategies are great. And I've never employed like two different strategies in the same year with different teams. So I'd be interested to see if anybody's done that. Have you done that? Have you decided to go like maybe more of a full team as you just described, and then in another draft, maybe switch it up a little bit and pick a strong defense earlier or pick a strong kicker earlier? Have you ever done it both in the same year?
Oh, we got hidden pick going. Tank Bigsby had to roll him out. I had a backup pick. There was two on the line because I wanted to maybe make it a cowboy. You guys had the cowboy theme going, but I was looking here the last couple rounds, and I was going, I don't know if I don't even know if they're going to have that much faith in their own squad. I don't even know if the guy is going to get picked up. So Tank Bigsby, he was my backup hidden stash, and there he is. So I want to give a big shouts to the man right before you. You almost ended up with him, but Snake Earl, I don't even think he's here, but that's a big win for him. He's getting a hidden player. If I do recall, he might be getting his hands on a Shredded.
Yeah, for sure. So we wanted to do a little special giveaway under a hidden player today. I guess it was Tank. So what we're doing right now is we're going to give away Shredded 009 to Snake Roll now for grabbing that pick. A little surprise draft alarm there, a little surprise draft pick, and a little Shredded 009 for the fam.
Nice. No, that's awesome. That's something I thought it'd be kind of fun. We have a little hidden stash, and someone won an NFT from Link's Down and my last one, and so it was cool. I was like, when I was thinking about doing it, I reached out. I'm like, hey, well, you guys want to do a shred it? We can kind of show a little bit of what you're doing, and so I'm pretty sure he'll be stoked to get that because that's pretty awesome. And so for those that don't know, the shredded is some people in the community put together little edits. They mint them through you guys' platform, and then people can buy them, purchase them, and that money goes towards those people and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So Shredded.tv is our action sports platform. Think TikTok meets extreme sports meets Web3. So everybody, we want you to go there, load your action sports content on the site, whether you're a pro, an amateur, maybe it's your first time surfing, load those Shreddeds on there, get some love from the community. The top 7 videos of the week from upvotes will be minted to the blockchain, collabed into one NFT, Polygon, open edition, and then 80% of the mint funds for that NFT will go directly back to the contributors, the videos. So whether you're a pro, like I said, or an amateur, just get some love from the community. Get your video up there. Right now, he's showing Shredded 009. So this is what's going to go to Snackerroll for that pick today. And we're really excited about Shredded right now, where it's going. We talked a little earlier about the Bob Burnquist Foundation and what we're doing. Bob's doing the Shredded mint specifically for donating the mint funds to his foundation and the foundation in Switzerland. So again, we're really excited about that. So,
and this is which chain is the Shreddeds on?
So the Shreddeds are on Polygon. So if you want to go mint a Shredded, Shreddeds are mintable from Thursday to Tuesday, I believe. So this Shredded dropped just yesterday, and it's mintable till Tuesday at noon Eastern time. Look, $10 a mint. You can mint with your credit card. You can mint on Polygon, or you can mint with ETH. Again, the best part about this is this money's going in the people's pockets, right? So if it's an up and coming skater who needs money for food, maybe he needs money for travel to a local competition, he's getting that money by you minting a Shredded. And who knows? Maybe you mint the Shredded of the next Tony Hawk, the next Shaun White, and that thing will be worth something someday.
And I love how you can see the breakdown and then see it all in there. And yeah, like you said, maybe it's the next Shaun White there. I know I think I let the football clip go a little too long at the start. We caught a little glimpse of a Shaun White clip that might be part of our intro for a different show. But really awesome to see you guys doing that. And like I said, it's pretty cool. Man, with Card, Polygon, ETH got it all set up there. So one thing I think I'm going to have to do is make sure. I don't know if we got her set up right now. Oh, we're looking broke in that wallet. But what we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to set it up in a future show and maybe mint one of these live and show people how to do that while we're going over some fantasy one day. That would be something pretty fun to go over.
That's a great idea, man. And other than getting the NFT, the Polygon NFT, the Shredded. If you mint, you get 69 Squatch points, which we're launching our native marketplace, and that's our native token is going to be Squatch points. And you get entered to a raffle to win a Shredding Sassy NFT. These NFTs right now are, what's our floor price sitting at? I'm showing 0.065 here on ETH, right? So that's, what is that?
What do we got? 4 rows? That's slim, man. There's only 20 for sale.
So that's Slim here. So we're a multi-chain project. So we have NFTs on Polygon, on ETH, and on Base. And our community members, our holders, have the ability to bridge across the chains. There is no difference, right? So if it is on ETH, you get the same benefits as if it is on Polygon, as if it is on Base, from a utility or perks or benefits, whatever you want to call it, from a benefits perspective. So if again, back to the minting, I'm sorry, if you mint that, shred it, you get entered to a raffle to win a Shredding Sassy each week.
Yeah, my apologies. I was trying to pull up my wallet to show off my Sassy because it is bridged to Polygon. That was the point of my journey there, and I did not find it. So we panic button revert back to the Shredding Sassy website so that everybody can check that out. But obviously, we're gonna get the draft back going. Everybody's probably chilling over there, but we've been flying through it. Usually that hidden player's been a little earlier. I actually took who the hidden player was going to be, and I will not say who it is until the draft ends. I'll reveal it, but I just don't think it was going to happen. So I had to go with it's Tank Bigsby's the greatest name, and so just like, and now everybody's going to probably pick him every draft because they're going to think they're going to win something. I don't know. That's an audible I get to make on the fly because it's Bushleague. But we'll see. I didn't think he was coming, but obviously everybody, please check out the Sassy website. Check out what they're doing. Those NFTs get you access to everything, discounts of like over 100 brands, and just really cool to be a part of the community. It's so awesome. And that's how these guys are in the Bushleague drafted, just by being a part of the Shredded Sassy community.
Heck yeah, man. I just want to say one more thing. You're looking at your screen right now. The top 4 items there are kind of the 4 pillars of Sassy, how it is as it is today, the 4 brands. You have the Shredding Sassy Social Club, which is kind of the heart of our community. In the Shredding Sassy Social Club, holding that NFT gets you access. You look at these partners right here, get you access to discounts to each of these partnering brands. Ski Yodel, Dynastar, Absolute Snow, Shred, man. Shred, if you need a new helmet for your dirt bike, for your motorcycle, check out Shred. If you hold a Sassy, you get a certain percentage off. Other than that, being in the social club gets you access to pro level coaching from an action sports perspective. So think skateboarding coaches, surfing coaches, skiing, mountain biking, snowboarding, and we even have a strength and conditioning coach, Jack Birch, who is actually the strength and conditioning coach for Red Bull athletes in Europe. Looking back at that, the other item on that those 4 pillars, as I like to call it, I don't know if that's blessed by the founders, but is Shred It, as we talked earlier, and then Shredding Sassy Streetwear, which is our merch lineup. When you think extreme sports, you got to think good art. You got to think steez. You got to think good clothes, man. So our Shredding Sassy Streetwear is something that's to be seen. Definitely check that out. Get some gear and rock that Sassy love. And then the last one, it has not dropped yet, but it's going to be Shred Ventures. And what Shred Ventures is going to be high-end, curated, shredding events, whether it's surfing in Portugal or skiing in the Alps. We want to take you to the places where everyone wants to go. And not just the basic stuff. We want to drop you out of a helicopter on top of a mountain and say, hey, man, ski on down. So we got a lot of things in the works here at Sassy. The founders are dedicated, man. They're all about it. So I believe in them. I'm telling you guys to believe in them. They're great dudes. And I wanted to pull back to one thing before we switch to the draft. They picked Dallas Cowboys because they don't know anything about American football. Sorry, guys. Jake, Ollie, Josh, Rab's like, Cowboys sounds like a cool thing. Let's do it.
You should have put down the hammer. You should have said it's Pittsburgh. We're going Sassy theme through and through all the way. We're running it. Next year we'll overtake it. I mean, judging by Sickles' picks, we should have given you Seattle, but geez.
So yeah, no worries. So hey, is there any drama going on in the chat right now? Are they like, what the hell are these guys doing?
Yeah, who knows? We'll take a peek here in a second. Let's see. They got it paused for half an hour. Let's move to the draft room. Oh, nope, just me saying hit up this Bushleague server or the Sassy server. We're gonna get the draft back rolling. Nobody's even phased. Maybe we're just that entertaining that they're watching in the stream.
No, HT's upset. Sorry, HT man. We paused it. We gave something away. We're jumping back in. Apologize for the delay. I just wanted to do a quick sassy pitch on this video. I love you. We'll keep it going, man.
Hey, she's all about having a little fun at the Bushleague. We never need to apologize for pausing. Even my boys are always like, "Oh, you can't pause the draft. Can't you?" Now you can do a little bit of fun here and there, as long as you time it nicely. But we thank you guys for your patience. But we definitely want to make sure we, be able to teach everybody a little bit about what the project's about and promote what Sassies are doing. And sorry if we're keeping you guys up a little late over on the East Coast. For me, it just hit 9 o'clock, so it's not that bad. But we do apologize. But thank you guys for bearing with us. But if we ain't beaking each other a little bit, then it ain't the Bushleague.
So Sickles just chimed in that his picks are the best, and that you should stop ragging on his picks. Sickles, I don't know why you're not in this room with us. I need you in here, Sickles.
Yeah, what are you doing? Get in here. You got time to comment. You got time to show your pretty face.
Hey, Jacoby, I see your laughing emoji, man. I apologize to HT for me. I do feel bad. Rep Bandito, man, I'm not mad at your picks. You're doing well. You're doing well.
I'm glad he feels bad. I don't.
No, listen. I'm a people pleaser. I don't want to be all the time, but I just want everybody to be happy. Can we all just sing Kumbaya? That's my move. I'll keep pushing until it happens.
I mean, I feel like we allocated about 2 hours per draft. But this last draft was probably about an hour 45, hour 50. So
I know. Yeah. I was a little worried you guys weren't going to be done before this one started. I was literally like grabbing a coffee, trying to use the washroom. I was like, I only got 10 minutes. Holy, we're tight here. But this one and our draft, I sped the clock up too partway through, right? The boys, everybody was having fun. And again, we would be a lot slower too, probably, if this room was full of people. It slows right down when you get the draft room full and everybody's bantering a little bit. But everybody's just sitting by themselves drafting. It goes a little quicker, right? But either way, still so stoked to see so many Sassies drafted from home and doing whatever. Hopefully one day the show could get a little bigger. We'll get to see some more faces. It'll be fun. But it's been a really good draft. I can't believe how many times I walked off the screen in the first 3 rounds. It's been pretty interesting to see. But way she goes. I probably missed my man getting picked too. The other guy. No, I haven't. I'd love to see us do a Thursday night, game where we're all in here together, watching, chatting, just maybe the Sassy League, whoever wants to jump in, Jacoby, DK, Sickles, we can jump into StreamYard here, kind of stream the game, talk about what's happening and just have a good time together. It might be fun.
Yeah, no, definitely when we get doing that show on Thursday night, I think our plans to fire up kind of halftime on Thursdays, kind of get into a lot of football stuff, maybe talk about some other sports along the way. It'll be cool to see the game going live for sure. I think we'll definitely put out the invite. We got the sports lounge too over in my Bushleague server. So we'll put out maybe a secret invite once in a while too for people to come join up on the StreamYard. A guy can't just set that public. Who knows who all will come running in here. It's Bushleague, but there's some animals out there. We can't let them in.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, it'd definitely be fun. And maybe eventually too, we'll figure out how to integrate the Twitter and everything.
Okay.
No, you're
Sorry.
done. You're good. Buddy.
Come on.
Buddy doesn't know what to do with himself after winning that shred at number 9. He doesn't even know how to make a pick.
Dude, I'm happy for him. So back to the Shreddits real quick. We're doing Shreddits by season, right? So there'll be one shredded minted per week, but there's gonna be different seasons. So we're gonna have, I believe, how they're structuring it is there's gonna be a summer shredded season, a fall, a winter, and a spring. And if you collect the whole season, there'll be some additional benefits, rewards for you. So I don't know what that is. I'm excited to learn more. Like, it's fun being the community manager of Sassy because I get to learn so much. I get alpha on very little things every once in a while, but not everything. So I'm still like in the community, like, what are they doing? What's planned? What's happening next? But I have a little bit of alpha in advance. So it's I kind of get the best of both worlds. That's the good thing about it being a community manager, for sure.
I like it. Dolphins, nice. Yeah, it's about the place to be sniping some Ds. Yeah, there was a few wild picks in this Sassy draft. I give you that. Like, it's not often you're going to see Burrow in the first in a 1 QB or G. I don't think you'll see Geno in the second ever again, ever. Sickles, I don't know. Like, you're just lucky someone took Butker in the 5th because they're going to get all the heat. That's the wildest thing I've ever seen. What's he going to do this time? He's got Zeke, though, in the 13th, which is potentially nuts. That could be pretty cool. And he's got Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, so the Zeke thing, you don't know, man. He's going to get up to Philly and maybe just they give it to him on the 2 every time, and he scores all the touchdowns, similar to what was happening in Dallas. You know, he was racking up the TDs. Pollard was doing a lot of the work. Zeke was putting the ball in the end zone, man.
Yeah, maybe the last year or 2 or whatever, but Pollard definitely took over. Zeke was the workhorse. I think New England's obviously got a bit of a young workhorse in Ramondre right now. He was pretty productive last year, so we'll see. But you're right, Zeke might feed some stuff at the end.
How is Pollard going to do without Zeke?
Why did he take another? I mean, he's just going to get fed the rock, I guess, and then they'll fade into some other. Who knows?
Is he going to be able to handle a full load? You know,
I mean, did last year, I think.
You think he was yeah.
I mean, I don't know why. I thought Zeke was still good, so I don't know. I think they just wanted the younger, cheaper guy in the end. But I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be good. I think we'll see a lot more of whoever the other guys on the team are than anybody thinks so.
Yeah, good.
I can't believe that. So he took Butker, which is crazy, but then he took another kicker, which is almost crazier. Okay, and you know what's the other crazy thing? So if you go back to his pick, and then I'm going to have a talk with Rep Bandito after his draft now, but P. Ryan, he took P. Ryan ahead of Williams. Like, he took the backup while the starter was still sitting there, which is that's a Bush League move too.
Are you talking about Rep, or are you talking about Snake Roll?
No, it's Rep. He took.
Maybe he knows something you don't know.
Oh no, it's the Broncos. I know. No, that's my team. There's nothing he knows that I don't have. Like, Javonte Williams is the absolute stud rookie. For anybody who doesn't know a ton about Javonte Williams, he's also for like rookie running backs coming into the NFL. I think it's a Pro Football Focus ranking. Javonte Williams is a 3rd highest ranked running back to ever enter the NFL, which is like a pretty prestigious stat. Yeah, like by rankings coming out of college. And so the top 2 to like ahead of him to ever be like a higher score coming out of college into the NFL. Number 1 is Adrian Peterson, which undoubtedly one of the greatest NFL careers of all time for running back. And then number 2 is Saquon Barkley, and Javonte Williams ranks 3rd. So like, he got a bad injury last year, but like projecting to be like a Hall of Famer, right? So crazy to pass that up for P. Ryan, who has been Mixon's backup, who is a good player, but he's a by trade backup. He will be good, but it's Javonte Williams' house, man.
So I want to throw in some chat here right now. Jacoby's throwing some shade. He's throwing some shade in chat, and he's throwing it at the Broncos.
Let's hear it.
He said, Russ ain't cooking yet. Still not been picked. I want to ask you, in your draft, any draft you've been in so far this year, has Russ been picked at all?
I mean, in every 2 quarterback draft, I do a lot of them, yes. And then I picked Russ like 14-1 in my draft as my backup, and then wore the helmet because obviously, shouts to local weather, I'm wearing the hat. They sent me the signed Russ Wilson helmet. So whenever Russ Wilson gets picked, I wear the helmet. But he has not been picked. And your guys' secret pick, it does not look like it's going to come off the board here.
I guess I'm going Saints D. What's going on?
Bateman going in the last round, man. You guys there's a lot of players that got drafted in this thing that should have never been drafted. And then you got guys like that going in the last round. That's pretty cool. Where we get Donta Foreman in the 15th, like he's a starting running back. Saints, nice. You guys are about to wrap it up.
So he is a starting running back. Why was he ranked so low?
Who, Donta Foreman?
Yeah.
Good grades, good feet, man. He got it all.
Oh, I don't know. It's not going to play the right song there for me the way she goes. The draft is wrapped up. I'll make the chime myself. I don't even know how the chime noise is without it. What's the NFL chime? I don't even know. I should know it. Either way, thank you for wrapping up a draft. I'm stoked. There should be a little noise playing, but it ain't playing. We're having technical difficulties on the StreamYard end, but that is just a minor detail. Thank you, Sassy community. Thank you, Trav, for helping me do that. That is awesome to see. Obviously, yeah, sad to see Russ didn't go at all in the draft. He's the top secret guy, but I am glad I pulled the Tank Bigsby because the secret player, it didn't happen. He didn't go.
Who was it? You said you can tell us who it was.
Yeah, so the secret player, I don't want to lead on too much because I said in the last draft, by the time people, if they watched 3, 4, 5 of these, they might catch on to where the secret player is coming from. And maybe I can like socially engineer someone to pick like Daniel Jones first overall or something. Like I don't know. Like we'll see.
Anything goes.
But when I was going to went a little into the Dallas data bank, and I was looking at this man right here as the secret player, and he was never picked.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
Michael Gallup. I actually took him in my league in the draft we just did earlier, and that's why I was like, oh, you know what? Like that's the sassy hidden guy right there.
So he's sitting right now ranked at 187, and so it's a 12-team league. How deep are the benches, or how deep is the?
You're 15 rounds, 12 teams, so you're 150, 174 deep. So he's right on the cusp.
Yeah, right on the cusp, man. Right on the cusp.
Like he's a good player for sure. Obviously, stoked to take a peek at that big draft board there. We'll clear this little overlay over the top here. It's just me working my magic with the overlays.
Gallup's the number 3 wide receiver, so he's on the field.
I thought he would go. I thought the Dallas theme. I thought you boys would be buzzing and picking Dallas guys, and so that's where I went. But I literally looked and I was like, the way this draft is going, and that just shows the show like I'm a sensei in the draft. But I was like, he's not going to get picked.
Well, hey, way to adjust, man. Way to adapt and overcome. Great work.
Well, I got to like the 12th or 13th round whenever that happened. I'm like, hold on a minute. Like, we ain't done nothing. And you see, as much as your buddy there was sad that we paused the draft and, we made him hang out and wait for a little bit, he would have been gone. He wouldn't have stuck around for that shredded chill. So we got him, man. Hook, line, and sinker, baby. Bushleague, we got him in there. No, but I'm just kidding. But that was awesome. I'm really stoked for all you guys that came out and did that. Cool for you to do it. I mean, me and you got a test run of how co-hosting the show is going to be. So there we had it. We just basically did the first one.
I think we had a good vibe, man. I really had fun. I truthfully had fun here. I'm stoked for more. I'm going to try to jump in a couple more drafts with you over the next couple weeks. I'm definitely going to jump in the Alien Friend draft. Are you projecting more people being in the stream with you during the drafts?
I mean, I guess I'm just starting this off, right? This is kind of a passion of mine to do this NFT project and to do a fantasy sports thing. I mean, obviously, my last name's Bush, so that's where the Bush League idea comes from. But long before I ever thought of having the Bush League media and attaching it to this NFT token and this whole central kind of pass idea of connecting businesses and savings to one place type of thing, Bush League stems from sports, right? That's where it comes for me. I'm a big sports guy. I play rec hockey or whatever you want to call it, Bush League a little bit, and it's just kind of where the history of it all comes from for me, right? So it's kind of fun little way to do it, and so I just kind of getting going. Hopefully by 2 weeks from now, there's more people than now. There's probably 2 watching right now. So if we get to 6 next week, we'll be absolutely buzzing. But I guess what it's going to come down to is making sure this is fun for everybody this year and having everybody excited. I really think the traction will come more through the year, and by the time it wraps up, and then moving forward from that, this was just, I think, a really fun way to kick it off and do something special. And obviously, we got your team lit up in the back. How you feeling about that?
Yeah, man, I think I think I'm primed to have a good year. Does Sleeper put out draft grades? So I know some of the other sites do. I didn't see it from Sleeper last year, or I don't remember. Do they put out draft grades?
Not that I recall. So I know like ESPN, Yahoo and stuff, they're going to send you like your rankings, projection, blah, blah. People really enjoy that and fascinated about it. I know we can go if I just pop out or actually, I don't want to quite pop out of the draft for him yet.
Yeah, no, you're good.
And, but when you pop out of there, it's going to give you, I don't know if they do that. That might be one thing they don't have, but at the same time, I don't really like it. It's just a false, like, yeah, it's just, I don't know.
I think it's fun. I think it's fun. I think it adds more competitiveness to the league. I think it's like, hey, I got an A, you got a C. What's the deal? You know, I'll tell you what, I like this draft for me a lot better than I like my draft from Monday. I still got one more to go. I got another draft on the 4th. So that'll be my 3rd league. This is my first time playing in 3 leagues. It's going to be a lot.
Nice. But yeah, so I'm looking at the squad here. Obviously, Kelsey, I like Taylor. If Jonathan Taylor is Jonathan Taylor, like right now, I think he's injured and
he asked for a trade too, didn't he? Didn't he ask for a trade?
Yeah,
yeah.
Like it depends who you get. If you get Jonathan Taylor, this is crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially Kamara 6. Like this is potentially a crazy top 8. It could break right there though if he doesn't do the things he's supposed to do. But I think you're in safe hands with these 2 young fellas, and then you got a little older guys, and then more is a decent stash late too, depending how. I mean, anyone on KC is a weapon, but I think that's a good team. I want to go over. We're going to give it right to Rep Bandito and take a peek over here. But start strong with Unreal QB. Would I have taken him at 4th overall? Probably not, but good for him. I folded, like I said, in my draft and took a QB right there. Harris, Kittle, stud, Allen, and then right here it falls apart. I just don't know what happened. But good for you, Rep Bandito. I love you. You're a beauty. From there, you got P. Ryan. He's one of my boys. I don't know about this squad. We'll see how it goes at the end of the year.
I don't think this is a bad squad. Yeah, it's not a bad squad. All right, yeah, Sickles. We got to dive into Sickles. So I was worried Sickles was going all Seattle. How many Seattle players do you end up grabbing? So he's got DK, he's got Gino.
Yeah, he's got Olav Metcalf. He's got 2 for sure, 3, and Smith Najiba is a good pick, man. He's a good young stud. I got him in the rookie draft this year in our Dynasty League. Stoked to have it. Just the only thing, like if I was Sickles, like I look at his team and I know he's over there grinning and looking at it going, yeah, it's a stacked team. The only thing, in my humble opinion, like if I'm drafting this squad, if I'm him, looking at this, I'm going, okay, like Geno Smith, like Metcalf having him, Smith Najiba, amazing. But I would have not taken Geno Smith, not because I wouldn't have taken him, but because I know you can get Geno Smith even 3-4 rounds later, right? So now imagine if you get rid of Geno Smith in this spot, right? Put Josh Jacobs in there. This team's an absolute powerhouse. Come down a little ways, maybe have, instead of Tucker, literally instead of the kicker, Geno Smith kicks in right there. Now you have Josh Jacobs on your squad. to me, that's like a move that exactly would have happened. Or you even sneak him in where Njoku is, and right here instead of Tucker, now you're getting someone like Akers would have been gone, but you're getting Connor, who's a starter. Or I just think that by knowing where to take some of these things that are maybe a little more disposable, or just that nobody else would take in that position, you could have had a way stronger team. Because, I mean, look at this squad if you got Eckler and Jacobs or Eckler and Najee Harris, and you still get Geno Smith, you still get Tucker. Like, that, there was no race for them there, right? So just, I think you're weakening your own squad when you do that is all. Not a beak on Sickles, but just a good example of like, hey, when you know where to move those guys down, I think you can just come out the gate with a way stronger team. Because, I mean, you got Geno Smith anyways. Like, there was no need. But good for you. You got your guy. And sometimes that's what matters. And you know what? Who knows? Like, maybe some of these guys are like, my buddy's going to take him if I don't. I hate fantasy unless I get my guy. And if that's the case, then that's what you do. But even then, I'm taking Metcalf before Geno Smith, man. You know, like,
it's a power move, man. It's a power move.
That's some kahunos. I don't even know if I'm high enough in the camera, but like, that is some balls, Sickle. I love it.
Yeah, he's out there, man. So Frost King was really excited to jump in this league with us. I want to look at what Frost King did. Can you click on his?
Yeah, now obviously he ended up with Jacobs, and that's the place where, like, I feel like Harris or Jacobs going over to Sickle. But either way, this is a stack right here, right? You get Robinson, you get Jacob. Allen, who's, again, one of the top 3 quarterbacks, falls to him in the 3rd round, and that happens because of Geno Smith going, and Jalen Hurts is fine. But
yeah, Jalen needs to be there, yeah.
But even here, imagine you take Josh Allen instead of Geno Smith and then just grab Geno Smith later. That one will haunt you later, Sickles. But this team's, I think, absolutely stacked. If Ridley goes back to Ridley form, you undoubtedly have Hopkins and you have Pickens, both absolute studs.
Yeah.
I think this is a pretty stacked team right at the top. It might, I don't know about the tail end a little bit, but then he backed up his guy. Or no, he didn't actually. Harris is on the other squad. He's got Harris's backup. But Foreman at 15, that's nuts. I don't know what all you guys were doing. You guys were all sleeping. Because it's just him and Khalil Herbert, if I recall.
Yeah, that's a good 5th round, huh? Or 15th round.
He's young too, 27. Like, he'll be playing. He'll be hammering. I think he did really good last year. But Frostcat, I think he jacked up a good one.
So I want to look at one more. I want to look at you want to look at Jacoby, dude. I want to look at way more than one more now. I was thinking Hogg, who auto drafted but preset the lineup. So let's go to Jacoby, then let's get over to Hogg.
I mean, I'm just taking a glance here. Nothing really stands out to me. I'm not overly impressed. Cup, Chubb, Herbert is a beautiful stack, and Cup, Chubb, Herbert, and as long as Mixon plays, beautiful. I'll take his top 5, 6. After that, all these guys, as soon as they took a kicker, just downhill from there. I mean, you're setting the stage for yourself to tumble down the hill. It's like you're on top of a mountain, right? And once you take that first fall, you're trying, like you want to make another good pick, but it's just disaster. And that's what I see in a couple of these.
I'll tell you what, you never know, man. You never know till the season starts. I'm excited for the season to start. I'm excited for the smack talk, and I'm glad DK's here. So DK is on the team over at Crash Test Joyride. Crash Test Joyride's a killer project. Community takeover. They're coming out with some new streetwear, and they do like DJ mixes. They're on Crash Test Joyride Volume 8. Yeah, dude, he's a good dude. I'm stoked to see how he does for sure.
Man, this is a great team. You got Darnell Mooney in the 15. This is an all-around good team. Diggs, Barkley, stud. Fields, stud. Gibbs, Godwin, Dobbins, stud. Dobbins is questionable, but again, he's like your Taylor or something. Stud. Ingram, 50-50. Stud. Rogers, Sutton. Sutton was the secret pick in my draft. Broncos, baby. Let's go. Yeah, that's a good team. DK is stacking it. Love to see it.
All right, so Hogg auto-drafted, but he set his lineup. So he went running back, receiver for the first 10 rounds. And this is kind of your style, right? I mean, you would have taken a quarterback way sooner, but this is still your –
like, if I don't get the top 3, if I didn't get, like, even at Herbert, I potentially pass on in a 1 QB. If I'm not getting Mahomes, Jackson, or Allen, I'm waiting right here till he did too.
What about Hurts and Burrow, man? Hurts puts up the points.
Yes, for sure. I'm not going to take them that early.
Okay.
By the time I get to the 3rd or 4th round, I'm more just trying to snipe some value there, and I'll just wait it out, because in fantasy, if you look at the history over the last quite a while, you'll see that, like, if you don't get like the top 1-2 guy, there's just a big fall off, like sometimes 50 or 100 points. And then like 3 to 15 are within like 30, 40 points, 50 points. Sure. And so, like, are you guaranteed to get one of those guys taking those 3? No, like, it could be Hurts, right? Like, there is that chance, but there's a pretty good track record for those 3 at this point, where, like, it's one of them will fall off eventually, and one of these young guys will surpass him. But for me right now, I go that road. And then Anthony Richardson is obviously he's I think the only rookie as a guaranteed name starter right now that was drafted in the 1st round, because there was CJ Stroud taken 2nd overall.
Sure.
And then there's another young fella taken early too, Walker. But
I want to put this back on you real quick. You have the 1st overall pick in this league. Say you have the 1st overall pick. Are you going to go Jefferson, or are you going to go McCaffrey? I think it's Jefferson, Chase, or McCaffrey. Who are you going? Are you going running back or receiver?
So I had the 1st pick in the other draft, and I ended up taking Jefferson. That's who I took. A lot of times I lean running back. I try to get running back early. And the reason I do that is the same thing. I have a firm belief in those top 10 running backs are key cogs to winning leagues. And I find that you can get receiver depth way later. There's 70 or 80 of them, as opposed to you got 10 running backs and then you got 20, 30 maybes. But I went Jefferson because he's undeniable. He's an absolute stud. For me, it's not even McCaffrey or one of those other guys. Second, personally, I might have been looking to Derrick Henry, maybe even going
you did say that.
with Deshaun Robinson. I would have done something more along those lines without Jefferson. But Chase is also a guy I would 100% consider.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see where the matchups are going in week 1 for Sassy here.
All right.
Standings. Are they going to show them? Ooh, I wonder if I can't see the matchups because I'm not in the league. You think I would be able to somehow? Like, because I'm just a standby. We're getting a good run through of how all the leagues work anyways. But I'm not sure if I can see.
So I don't see the 1st week either. Yeah, I don't think it's displaying yet, man.
Oh, it just popped up right now, I think. Did it work for you? Yeah, there it is. It just updated. Like, can you see it on my screen now?
No.
Oh, no, 1 sec. There we go. So we got Tampa Bay Frost. Let's see. Who do you get? I hope you get Sickles.
It's me and Hog.
Nice. Yeah, you get to go against CMC. Heads up, round 1.
There we go. The Hog.
Sickles agrees on the assessment. See, that's a good call. We might be Bushleague, but we know what we're talking about over here. The good people know what's up.
All right, so this is the league chat. I like how they went back to the league chat. I thought they were in the draft chat, man. I was looking at the wrong chat the whole time.
But and tell the boys, we got to get a football chat going in Sassy and in Bushleague. We can't give Sleeper all our love right now. We gotta get those chats going in our servers until Sleeper signs me and you to the big deal to promote them.
100%.
Give that love back to Sassy and Bushleague.
Man, I love how they're still going, man. I love how they're still going. They're still chatting, man. We've been going for 2 hours. Sickles is in there, or an hour and a half at least. DK's still in there. Jacoby's still in there. Man, it was fun. It was a fun draft. I highly encourage you guys to come in here with us next time, have some fun, chat. docs, whatever. It's just great, man.
Yeah, and obviously come check us out. We'll be doing our thing on Thursday nights this year. We'll be getting all that going, getting the show going. I think we're going to kick it off the first Thursday of the season. We'll get our show kicking off maybe halfway through that first night. I know we put in our picks for week 1 there the other day. We'll see how consistent I can be with my website when it's going, trying to get the blog out. We'll try to get our picks out every Thursday. Halfway through the game, we'll have already pre-picked that Thursday one, but I think it's gonna be fun. We'll see how it does. We'll try and make a little competition out of it. Maybe have some games. Maybe get the community playing against our picks or some different things. Stuff I've thought about in the future too is being able to just token gate fun stuff like that. Like come in and place just a fun bet on a pick, and if you're in the winning pool, you get into a tournament to play for something, and then just trying to do fun stuff like that where you're not necessarily gambling money, but you are gambling in a way and getting into different things and finding ways to, again, bridge the token to advertising to be able to reward people. I think that's a really cool ecosystem that can come through all of this. And then Shredding Sassy, you guys are obviously dialing it in over there. So I love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We're happy to be here. Happy to support you in this thing you're putting together as a Sassy holder. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out to everything you're doing. I'm stoked. I really like how our pictures are over our PFPs right now. It's perfect. I mean, you should have had the blue jersey on. That's okay.
I don't even have one. I guess I'm gonna. I actually, because of through Vader Sports Pass, I'm going down next month to a game with Gary and AJ. I get to go down to a game in Denver. I think October 8th, and so I might have to go get a blue one while I'm down there, but I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. Maybe I'll end up going down on the Wednesday, and I'll do a show live from Denver this year a little later with you. We'll get her locked in.
All right. So I have one question for you. Are we ready to bring this thing in? Are we closing this down right now? Because if we do, I have one question for you.
We will in a second. Here, how's that?
What's that? What are you doing down there?
I don't know. I'm like being my guy. Am I fit? Do I fit on him?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I didn't even recognize. That's awesome. All right.
I plugged it right in. Hey, didn't even know.
Yeah, yeah. So my question for you is going to be, who's going to win the Super Bowl? Are you ready to make a pick right now, or do you want to hold off until week 1, our first official show?
I'm going to make a Bushleague call. I'm not going to lock it in yet. We will lock in, confirm on week 1. Obviously, I'm going to have to put a little bit of root on my Broncos, but again, that one I can't really decide until about week 4. I need to see if Russ is going to do a little something better than what he did last year or not, and see how it's all going to go and see if the team can stay healthy. I really have a feeling that Philly is a good squad, and they have a good chance to get right back there. I think they're going to be hungry as hell. Kansas might just win again.
That's what they do. That's what they do, man.
It's almost those two teams for me.
Yeah.
I feel like, right?
I'd really like to see Buffalo get there, man. I'd like to see him get there for the city. Buffalo is just a hard knocks place, right? I think
in my head, I was just thinking Buffalo and KC are always going to be clashing, right? And that's the reason Buffalo hasn't had the chance, because KC takes them out.
It is.
So,
it is.
And I feel like Buffalo is, again, I feel like they could take out the team on the other side, and if they would have went against Philly, I think they'd have taken them out too. But It's just that they lost by a couple points, or it was down to last play as always. So all it is one play, and they're across the hurdle and hosting the Lombardi end of the year too, right? So I mean, it's not as prestigious as having the Bushleague trophy, right? But Lombardi's pretty cool.
It is definitely cool, man, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens in the Sassy League this year. I'm excited to see what happens in the other leagues. I'm really stoked to be competing against other communities as a whole. So Sassies, if you're listening right now, let's do what we got to do to get those fab points, to get the points for our community against the other communities, and let's freaking win this thing.
Yeah, no, it'd be awesome. It's going to be mostly a combination of your team points, those fab points, depending on how the system all works. That's why we're test running it. That's why I want to get everybody in. We'll see how it all factors in. But you got to bring that sassy pride and have a little fun in the Bush League. But thank you all for coming out to the draft tonight. Trav, thanks for joining me and doing this. I look forward to maybe seeing you watch a couple more of them. I'll be drafting again tomorrow. I'll be drafting with La Familia, so the UNXT Dolce draft. And then on Sunday, I'm doing a draft with Kuroki NFT. And then my partner Joel and his fitness community, their project, we're going to be drafting with them. And then a whole lineup again next weekend ahead of us kicking off that show. So it's gonna calm down a little bit. It's a big, doing about 6 of these over the course of whatever it's going to be, 10 days, or I guess 12 of them in 10 days. But I think it's going to be fun. Hopefully it sets a nice little base for us for the show, gives people an intro into what we're trying to do, how it's going to be. Because, again, I think it'll be super fun and interactive. You get communities coming out drafting and doing all kinds of stuff and sharing it out. It's just going to be a good promotional tool over time, I think. And I thank you for coming out. Thank the whole Shredding Sassy community. Shouts to winner of the Shred at number 9. And I look forward to chatting with you guys again soon.
Yeah, for sure, man. Happy to be here. Thank you for having us, and looking forward to an awesome season.
Awesome. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you, and we'll do it again soon. For everybody else, thank you guys for joining us here at Bush League. We just want to have some fun, play a little fantasy with our friends. So hope to catch you guys sometime again soon. Make sure to check out Shredding Sassy. Everything they're doing, it's awesome. It's amazing. Our website's coming out soon. And as well as NFT Pro Fitness, my partner Joel, that'll be launching up soon. So make sure you take a good peek at that. I'm stoked to be doing this. I look forward to a huge, fun fantasy season with all of you. Stay Bush League, you beauties. We did a little loop there, but that's why it's Bush League. We're not always going to be perfect on the way. You got to live with it. That's the way it goes.
The only one, Kenobi. Yeah, bitch, we in the metaverse.
Could've bought a lamb truck, but I bought another 8 figures just came in, a nigga just ate. Ain't no play, blah, 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 champ, you the great. Ain't no way, blah, 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 champ, you the great. 100 NFTs and all my crypto is green. I'm watching Gary V on TV, what do you mean? She wear Gucci and Louis, but her favorite's Celine. My old school is old, but I keep that shit clean. I was sipping on some syrup and I almost hit the curb. Sipping on some syrup and I almost hit the curb. Sipping on some syrup and I almost hit the curb. I tried to hit him where it hurt. Dr. Bombay and Champ smoking on a board. Counting stars in a rave. Send me E for smiley face. Pray to God she beat the case like heavyweight boxer. MetaMask Foxer, Sandbox Voxel. Doggy avatars, 10,000 we going hard and slow riding down the boulevard.